Well, I'll come back to it, okay?
I don't have that for you. Well, hey! All right, our next game is called World's Greatest Experts.
Yes.
We will be the world's greatest experts on any topic that you pick as an audience. You get to yell out whatever you would like, and we will elaborate. We will tell you about it. We will answer questions. We will get you intimately aware of whatever topic you give us. All right? So, from the audience, what would you like our first topic to elaborate on?
The Wizard of Oz!
Cannot be.
Let me tell you about the Wizard of Oz here. They take this Golden Bridge Road, okay, to the Green Man at the end of the castle, okay? That's like the best book. It's one of my favorite books. It's one of my favorite movies.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I do love that. Now, in The Wizard of Oz, of course, there are four main characters. The Straw Man, the Tin Man, the Priest, and Leather Dad the Third. And they all have unique origin stories. Of course, the Scarecrow is made of straw. He was left in a field out to die.
Didn't always used to be a scarecrow, though. So there's a backstory. The scarecrow was kind of this punishment brought upon him in a previous book because he was sleeping with the farmer's wife, and so the witch turned him into a scarecrow, stuck him up into the farm, and that's when he realized he needed to be nice. So when he was met by the priest walking down the Golden Gate Bridge Road to the Emerald Crescent monster at the castle, they had to join forces, and they had to show what love meant, or he could not turn back to be human again.
True, which is a very tragic ending because in order to show what love with, it was very Brothers Grimm storytelling in the original French version. The Scarecrow had to open his chest and present his physical heart to the Emerald Monster at the end of the Golden Gate Bridge Road, where he died, and that was sad.
They opened him up to find his heart, and all his seams came out, so he pretty much just died right there, just fell out of his clothes.
Fell apart, and they could have saved him, but there was a big gust of wind, and everything would have fallen out.
The priest was really sad about it, but in the long run, they were able to end on a happy ending. At the sign of the cross at the end of the movie, he gets to go back to the chapel and live his life happily, so there's an upside to it.
Yeah. Do you have any questions about The Wizard of Oz?
What about the tornado?
What about the tornado? I think you're confused. And there was no tornado in this movie. It was a hurricane.
What was the dog's name?
What dog?
Is this mine now?
Yes, Glenda, of course.
We are the experts. We would know.
Who is the good witch?
The good witch, quote unquote.
Suggestive stories.
Yes, there's no actual bad witch or good witch. They are powerful people that like to take over the land that they have. It's more territorial than anything.
Either way, the supposed good witch still believes she owns the Munchkin, so...
Speaking of Munchkins, yes, are they still enslaved underneath the castle?
They are. When the Munchkins are not producing enough labor, they are taken under the castle, and then they are revealed to the Dark Crystal, which sucks out their life essences. And
I heard they
then
were actually Oompa Loompas.
they turn...
You heard wrong, I'm sorry. That's
Yeah, sorry.
Sure. Sorry, who allows that to happen?
The good witch, because she's in a position of power, she is able to christen herself a good witch, and also enslave a...
Army of Munchkins.
Yes.
Who are not Oompa Loompas. Thank you very much.
Stupid.
It might be here.
Any other questions about the Wizard of Oz? Okay.
Yeah, I feel like we pretty much covered everything.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, shall we get what's something else that you want to hear from us? The G-spot.
Absolutely.
Well, I've got a live example back here.
It's a Munchkin chained up.
Well, for your pleasure. What do you want to know specifically about the G-spot? Oh, the G-spot. So, a lot of people think that the G-spot is located just behind the belly button. And you would think that because, who wouldn't? But it's actually right underneath the ball of your right foot.
That's why they call it the Achilles G-spot.
Yeah.
Great question, great question.
Yeah.
Why is it called the G-spot?
It comes from a term from Spain, actually. It's when soccer players, it's the part of their foot that touches the grass first. So the G-spot is just short for grass spot. They're gonna get the most grass stains on their knickers.
On their knickers. Because after they step, usually they fall and get grass stains as they tumble down a mountain. Everybody has the same G-spot. Everybody has the same
It's a
spot.
collective hive mind G-spot. When one person's G-spot is stimulated, everyone's G-spot is stimulated.
Some people have different stimulations as well, so it's just going to be dependent on the person, how hard you have to go and how you can stimulate in different ways. We can get to that. But everybody's going to react differently to it. Well, you have a shoe on, that's why, okay? No, please keep it on, please.
We're in a public space. We don't need to be revealing our G-spot.
We don't have a liquor license for that, thank you.
I help my partner find my G-spot.
You're going to take their hand and just slap it on your right ball of your foot. And you can use it kind of like a bop. You can flick it, you can twist it, you can pull it. Whatever you got to do to that G-spot area, okay, you can stimulate it in so many different ways.
What's the best way to stimulate it?
That's a preference, really.
Yeah, some people are into hammers. Some people, chainsaws, really, get them ripping and roaring.
My personal favorite is when I take a bunch of broken glass and I like to walk across. So as I'm walking across at every single step, I get that sensation up through my body.
The firewalk is also a very common way, where a bunch of coals are laid in front of you and you walk carefully, placing your G-step first into the flaming coals, and then feeling the burning arousal sensations which emanate from the coals.
Absolutely. Any other questions?
Why does my partner last only like 20 seconds?
That's too much G-spot stimulation. You're just too good at what you do.
Oh, well, why did they feel it? I'm just
What?
Why did they like finish in 20 seconds and I don't?
You need to communicate. I'm not a therapist. I'm here to tell you about the fucking G-spot. However, after this, if you would like to view my services and my hourly rate, I'll give you just this tidbit. Maybe you need to communicate with your partner of what you like for your G-spot. This is a comedy show. This isn't Oprah therapy session, okay, honey? Gosh.
Oh my god.
Oh, let me tell you.
Reading.
Reading. Perfect.
Wonderful. Reading's great.
Reading. I learned about that once.
What specifically about reading would you like to know?
How do you do it?
How do you do it? Okay.
Reading, a good read, starts with a lick and then a page turn. The page can be anything, reading material of your choice. These reading materials can be anything from magazines to
Newspapers,
to magazines
to the backs of stalls, promotions on the back of it,
to magazines
to pornography,
to pornography magazines.
to brochures while you're walking through IKEA.
Through infomercial magazines.
There's just so many examples.
Different, yeah, so many unique.
Reading is everywhere. Reading is kind of like Jesus, okay? Everywhere you look, they are there. Even if you can't see them, they're there.
In the air around you.
It's still there. It's still, even if you're dyslexic, this reading is still there. It just might sound a little different.
Everybody interprets that differently. Important things to know about reading. Reading is a fundamental part of minor education in which teachers take their children by the heads and slam them face down into a magazine. And by implanting the words into their visual cortexes through blunt force, they assimilate the language.
It kind of absorbs through the mind into it. It kind of helps bring it back. It's like the quickest way to help teach reading to younger people.
A concussion.
Oh, they're very much awake.
We call it percussive maintenance.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, do we have any questions about reading? Would you like to learn how to read?
Fantastic.
When did you learn to
Excellent.
read?
I don't know that I want to answer that question.
I've known all my life, just like Jesus.
When the time was right, reading entered my heart. And from there, I knew I was getting into the pearly gates.
When is your favorite time to read?
Usually when I'm at home, looking through Twitter.
Do you read instructions?
No, never. Me personally, I'm not a fan of instructions. I'm kind of a jump into it kind of person.
Have you ever correctly put together IKEA furniture?
What's your definition of correctly? This isn't an interview. We're talking about reading, not my construction of IKEA furniture. Thank you. You can also pay for a session after with this one, okay? You all want my Q&A interviews and advice up in here today.
We will assemble your furniture, but it is not, it's going to be functional. I can say that much.
I'll see you
How do you
after the
read a
show.
flag?
I don't need your dollar that bad. All right, we're going to move on to another game.